Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing a little shirt for my Dollfie Dream Pretty out of this fabric, but it's from a shirt I got at Goodwill. Okay, so before I get really into the video, I wanted to tell everybody that my channel, including this video, is not for anyone under the age of 13. My channel and this video included are only for people ages 13 and older. So if you're under the age of 13, I would kindly ask that you please click off this video now. Okay, so now that only our older viewers are left, I'm going to get on with this video. So also too, I wanted to let everybody know that although this will be a video of me at least attempting to sew a shirt, I don't know how good of a video this will be to help anyone else who wants to sew a shirt like this, so just keep that in mind. I don't have a pattern to use, so I think I'm just kind of gonna measure as I go along, so yeah. Also, I was letting everybody know this video may include some doll nudity, so if that's something you're uncomfortable with, I would also recommend clicking off this video. I'm gonna try to, you know, show the show the least amount of, you know, her not wearing clothes though as I sew. So, keep that in mind. Alright, so now let's get on with the video. Okay, so I'm going to lay Caitlin down so I can get a rough idea of how much I'm going to want to cut. So, it looks like maybe from here to here, but this is really stretchy material, so I don't have to cut like exactly. I think I'm kind of just going to eyeball it and then compare what I cut to her. So, because she's actually a pretty skinny little doll. I'm also going to want to double the fabric, so I only have to cut one time. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so I've got the fabric doubled, and I'm going to try to cut like this, so I only have to sew one side instead of two. And I guess I'll let the side that I sewed be the part of the back. So now I'm going to get my scissors that I put over there for some reason, and I'm going to cut. I think this will be a good way to start, and then I can compare it to my doll. Since the Dollfie Dream Pretty, well at least the one I have, she has the small bust, so I won't have to worry about that too much. Because sometimes with you know, the dolls with bigger curves, you have to make sure the clothes fit them okay. But that shouldn't be a problem with her. Okay, so I got the piece cut out. It kind of looks like a little tube, and I can already tell it's probably going to be too big. But that's okay, because we can just trim it up, or we can fix that when we sew. So now I am going to take my doll's shirt off camera, and I will put the little, you know, piece of fabric on her, and we'll see what we need to do. Okay, so I put the material on my doll similar how it would be if it was a shirt, but it ended up being, I cut way too much. So what I need to do is trim it up, and I'm also going to make it shorter because this is almost a dress on her. So I'm going to do that, and then we can get on with the sewing. And also too, like I said, I'm going to let the seam be in the back, but I wanted to show it like this so I could just show off how much extra fabric I ended up cutting off. Also, I moved filming locations because my dad was being very, very loud in the room next to the room I was in. He was watching TV very loudly and talking on the phone very loudly, and I didn't want that to be in my video. So I'm going to finish trimming up the shirt, and then we'll get on with the sewing. Okay, so this should work better. Now we can put it on my doll. Okay, it's still too long, so I need to cut like this much off. Okay, this is much, much better, and it fits her much better as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my sewing machine, and I'm going to be sewing the back of the shirt up. Let me turn her over. Whoa. Hope you didn't see anything, but the shirt fell off a little bit. But like I warned everybody, there may be doll nudity in this video, so you've already been warned. Okay, so now I think I'm just gonna go sew this. Then I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so I've got my sewing machine ready. I did double the fabric like this, so you see you want to sew with the two bad ends like this, so you don't see any seams. I'm not even going to use pins when I sew this because it's so small. I think pins would only make it more complicated to sew. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then I'll check up with y'all when I'm finished. But this should only take just a second. Okay, so here we go. Time to backstitch. I'll come back and show the rest when I'm finished sewing, because it's hard to sew when you're using one hand to hold the camera. Oh no, it looks like my machine's hung, so I need to look at this. We might have a problem. Okay, so I fixed things and there no longer appears to be a problem, but I have noticed it looks like my bobbin is almost out of thread, so I'll have to keep that in mind, but I should have enough to finish sewing this little shirt. So, it didn't really mess it up that bad, and it really only put that one stitch there, so I think now I'm going to start from the bottom and see if I have the same problem. I'm not a very, professional sewer, although I do sew a good bit, so I'm not, entirely... I don't know if you would say, educated on the different things that can go wrong. I know my grandmother knows a lot more about sewing, so if the problem happens again, I'll ask her about it. But I think we're going to be fine. Now things are going much more smoothly. Okay, it looks like we're done. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see it or not, but I believe my bobbin ran out of thread, right at the absolute last minute. So now I need to put more thread on my bobbin, and then I can finish this. Wow. I probably should have checked oh, I gotta turn my machine off. It's not good to have it turned on when you're not sewing. Everyone, please, if you're sewing, please turn your machines off when you're not sewing. It's very, very dangerous. Like I said, my video's not really a tutorial, and it's definitely not for children, so yeah. Okay, so now, meaning, I guess sometimes children might not be, is aware of certain safety things, so I guess that makes sense. Okay, so now I am going to put more thread on my bobbin. Okay, so I fixed everything, and now it looks like we're ready to sew again. So we can just fix the few tiny little mistakes on this, and then we can put it on my doll. Okay, so the sewing went much better this time, and I already cut off all the little strings. So now I'm going to turn the little shirt the right way so I can put it on my doll. Ta-da! Okay, here we go. Okay, so I got the little shirt on and it fits very well, but it's a tiny bit loose, especially right here in the back. So I think I'm going to sew that up and fix it a little bit, then we're going to put it back on my doll because I prefer it fitted the absolute best it can. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just sew a little bit like this just to make it tighter in the back. And we'll go from there, but I don't think this will be that hard, and I think this should help tighten it up a good bit. Okay, so I finished doing that, and I believe I made it a good bit tighter, right here, where it seemed to be too big at, so now let's flip it around and see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do this off camera, because it's way too hard. Hang on, I think I might can actually get this. I'll be right back. Here we go. I like it. I like it better now. It fits much better. Now, it is a little bit less pretty in the back, but I prefer it, not be too loose. I still think it's real cute, but I was thinking, I think this outfit needs a little something else. I wonder if I can use these little bits of fabric I have left to make some type of little sleeves or something. Okay, so I cut these two little tiny pieces of fabric, and I'm going to try to sew them and see if I can use them as sleeves. So I ended up shortening them a tiny bit because I think the sleeves would be a bit longer than I wanted them to be, because they'll be about this. So that's closer to what I had in mind. So now we can sew the little sleeves. So the first sleeves I cut ended up being way too small, so I cut out some bigger ones. So I'm going to try to sew these now. Much better. Okay, so I'm finished now, and I think this is such a super cute shirt. So I guess somehow ended up cutting the sleeve bigger than that one, so it's tighter, but that's something I guess I can work to fix on my own after the video or something. I'll probably just leave it like that unless the sleeve starts falling off or something. But these are they're not attached to the shirt. They're you know, like that. But I think this is a super cute little shirt for spring especially, but summer too. I don't really have any pants that go with the shirt for her right now, although I have ordered some pants for her that this should go better with. I should have mentioned it earlier, but the outfit she was wearing at the beginning of the video, I actually got from a Glitter Girls doll, which I have one of the Glitter Girls dolls, and I actually got her a couple of years ago, and I'd heard that many Dollfie Dreams can wear Glitter Girls clothes, and so can Dollfie Dreams Pretty. I could actually probably make a video about that someday, but I would have to get more clothes, because I just have two Dollfie Dream Pretty Glitter Girls outfit. But we can make a video of me trying those type of clothes on Dollfie Dream Pretty, maybe sometime. So here's a little shirt again. I'll show it to you from the back. There it is. I'm really happy with it. So I think now I'm going to stand my doll up against the wall, and I can show you the shirt like that. I know, I swear I take good care of my dolls. It's just really hard to hold them good when you're recording a video, because I can only use this one hand because I'm using the other one to hold my phone. Sorry about that. I promise I'll get better at this as time goes by. So here she is. I'll put her into a few cute poses so you can see the shirt better. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, everybody. It was definitely fun sewing this cute little shirt. Sorry if this wasn't like the best video to maybe get some ideas about sewing and stuff from it, but maybe you can